Hadean Era. It is not a geological period as such. No rocks on Earth are dissolved except for meteorites. During Hadean time, the solar system was forming and the Earth originated. The crust of the Earth and its primitive atmosphere was formed, as well as the first seas and lakes. There were high temperatures, intense volcanic activity, and present conditions were not favorable for life. Main characteristics of the Archean era. It was the end of large meteorites falling, and the first ancient sedimentary rocks appeared. The conditions appeared of the rising of the primeval soup and the world of RNA. It was the origin of life. For the first time, abnormal amounts of carbon-13 isotopes appear, which is an exclusive component of living beings. Divergence of prokaryote dominions and bacteria and archaea from the last common ancestors also appear.
The Hadean and Archean Era. Environment conditions. Hadean, it is known as the Earth's initial formation. It relies enormous amounts of heat and intense volcanic activity and presence of conditions not favorable for life. It was incredibly unstable. The convection currents in the mantle brought the molten rock to the surface and caused cooling rock to descend into the magmatic seas. After the early warm greenhouse, it was clement or icy. In the Archean Era, during this period, the methane droplets in the air shrouded the young Earth in a global haze. The temperatures were between 0 to 40 degrees Celsius, with occasional glaciations. It was similar to now's climate. The oceans covered most of the globe, but there were also dry lands.
Air conditions of Hadean Aeon during this geological era, when the planet was in a process of formation, there were very high temperatures that reached 2,500 degrees Celsius and extreme volcanism. As for the atmosphere, there was no oxygen or ozone layer to protect the Earth's surface from the solar radiation. On the other hand, we have the Archean era, which succeeds the Hadean. About the air conditions of this era, there were highest temperatures, but lower than the previous era, reaching the 16 degrees Celsius, which shows a gradual cooling of the Earth's surface. As for the atmosphere, it was composed of carbon dioxide, methane, hydrogen, and ammonia, a toxic composition to life on the planet today.
For the Archean era, we know that there was no evidence of life existing yet. This because the atmosphere and the settlements on the Earth that were too hot, and because they were being dominated by the extreme volcanic activity they had, and also because of the impact of meteorites that the Earth suffered back then. For the Archean era, that was about 4 to 2.5 billion years ago, there is evidence of the first fossils that are called stromatolites. They emerged by the early production of oxygen, and they were significant in the atmosphere. Next, we have the first evidence of also the simple single-cell structure that is now known as a prokaryote cell. Thank you.
Hadean and Archean plants and characteristics. All life during the more than 1 billion years of the Archean was bacterial. The Archean coast was home to mounded colonies of photosynthetic bacteria called stromatolites. Stromatolites have been found as fossils in early Archean rocks of South Africa and Western Australia. Stromatolites increased in abundance throughout the Archean, but began to decline during the Proterozoic. The first organisms were likely non-photosynthetic, utilizing methane, ammonia, or sulfates for their energy needs. Photosynthesis became common with the cyanobacteria, perhaps as early as 3.5 billion years ago.